You're listening to Not the Sermon with Eric and Jamie.
You're listening to 97.2 The Stoma. All Christmas, all the time.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Crimbus, everyone.
Merry Christmas, Phoenix.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Okay, a
Merry
little Home
Christmas, John boy.
Alone.
Hey, and can I just do something real quick?
You already did.
Merry Christmas, Mike. There is a listener named Mike. Odds are. And if you're Mike right now and you're listening, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Merry Christmas.
Well, you know what? And to all of our Catholic listeners, a very Virgin Merry Christmas.
Got him.
Got him.
No, it's Christmas, guys. How are you doing? So this is coming out. This is week of Christmas. We got it coming around the corner. It'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
When she comes.
How we doing this week? Good? Are we feeling holly and jolly?
Yeah. The kids are home, and that's always fun.
Yeah. Now, what's it like? So I have a 5-year-old. You are an empty nester. And you make it everyone else's problem, by the way.
What does that mean?
Everything that we're invited to do is like...
Okay, no childcare.
Yeah, better without kids, essentially. Yeah, y'all can come, but no kids.
Yeah, but would you not bring the urchin with you?
Yeah, so what's it like having kids home for the holidays?
It's cool. It's really cool. Obviously, I love my children, and I'm very great. I don't have a lot of regret because I feel like we gave them a good childhood, and so what?
I don't have any regret for having kids.
Well, you know what I'm saying. A lot of times,
Except for that one.
People are like, I wish I'd spent more time. I feel like we spent lots of time with the kids. I mean, I just felt like we did what we wanted to. Oh. I'm not saying it was perfect. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
And so great childhood, fun Christmas memories with the kids. When they become teenagers, it's no longer get up at the crack of dawn. Then it's like sleep in, and you got to wake them up to do Christmas. And so now it's more like, it's not like, hey, this is a special moment and everything's normal. Now it seems like even more special because everyone's coming home.
Yeah, and they're mostly paying their own bills.
I'll be home for Christmas. Have you ever noticed that song is a total tease? I'll be home for Christmas.
If only in my dreams.
Yeah, he's like, please have snow, mistletoe. It's like, I can't control the weather.
Yeah.
And then at the end, after this,
staying up all night.
After this promise, you can count on me. He's like, if only in my dreams.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty sad.
It was all a lie.
I had a funny experience this week. So I do have a 5-year-old, and we were playing tag around. Speaking of being a good father, we were playing tag around the yard, and so I saw an enormous pile of dog poop. And I jumped over it.
Okay.
My daughter did not. I didn't realize
she didn't clear it.
She did. I didn't realize she didn't. And so a few minutes later, she gets up on her swing and she comes to me and she's like, doesn't know whether to cry, have a panic attack. She has poop all over her dog, all over her hands, her arms, it's on her neck. I'm like, what in the world?
Oh my gosh.
And she's like, I still did poop. And I'm like, well, how did it get on your hands? And she's like, well, I saw the leaves and I went to grab them. So she grabbed a handful of dog poop over her hand. Well, then I get her inside. I'm like washing her off, and I'm like, I still smell it. And I lift up her shirt to see her pants, and there's like a poo patty on her pants. And then I go full on detective mode. I'm like, how did this happen? And so we found the pile she stepped in. That was number one. Tracked it to her swing where she stood in her swing with shoe poop, then sat in her swing with poop, and then pulled it off her hands and was covered in poop. So
kids, they're such a mess.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a great Christmas story.
Yeah. So,
really
anyways, I have a game for you guys.
Okay.
And I'm excited about this. So what I've done is, have you seen those reels and stuff where they're like, explain your job poorly?
Oh, yeah.
Or explain your job out of context.
What's a reel?
For me, it's what they play movies on.
Okay, boomer.
Oh, I thought so.
Okay, boomer. But
I usually say something like encourages people to have a relationship with an invisible being.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and for a youth pastor, it's like I get paid to seduce kids to come to a place where there's candy and pizza. So
yeah, the word seduce is a little problematic, but okay.
But this game is Christmas movies explained poorly.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. And so what's going to happen is I have 10 Christmas movies.
Okay.
And I've asked ChatGPT to give me a 1-sentence poor explanation of the
hilarious.
movie. And you guys are going to have to guess what the movie is. So this is Jamie versus Phoenix.
I'm kind of nervous. I don't know a whole lot of Christmas movies.
I know that's what you were saying. So no Christmas movies in the house?
I mean, I've seen them before. I just haven't seen all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about you, Phoenix?
I'm probably somewhere in the middle.
Awesome.
Yeah, okay.
So I've been waiting to do this. So boom, it's Christmas time. All right, so here's the first one. And you guys just chime in whenever you get it. So, all right. Neglected. Also, keep
Home Alone.
Oh, dang it! All right,
See?
so that was a freebie.
I almost
One
said
word.
That. Neglect
One
almost
word.
Said
I
that.
was just saying, keep track of your own score, but I'm gonna read it. That was just a test. So
Sorry.
That was no point, Phoenix. So, neglected kid enjoys playing Saw with incompetent burglars.
Oh, that's great.
He can have a point for that. He earned it.
Okay, fine. Here we go.
earned
So
it.
number 2.
Okay.
And they get harder. So, overgrown man-child finds out he's
Elf.
adopted. Yep. Boom. Awesome.
Finds out he's adopted. What was the rest of
And
it?
stalks his crush in New York City.
That's my favorite movie.
All right, let me finish them now too. So here we go. All right, so
Then there's no element.
We need a buzz. We need a buzzer.
Yeah, we
fine,
need a buzzer.
just blurt them out then. Fine. Point and point. All right. Strangers abduct a kid via train to meet Santa for 5
Polar
minutes.
Express.
Yeah,
Point,
that's good.
Point Phoenix. All right. Wealthy guy.
Wait, what was it again? Hold on. Strangers, say it slowly.
Strangers
Tom
abduct
Hanks
a
abducts
kid via train to meet Santa for 5 minutes.
Okay, for 5 minutes.
So
For like a 3-hour movie.
yeah.
All right. Wealthy guy gets bullied by ghost into donating to charity.
Scrooge.
Dang it.
Nope.
I was going to say Ebenezer Scrooge. A Christmas Story. A Christmas
No.
Carol.
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol. There you go. All right, this one's funny. So
Wait, he gets bullied by ghosts?
Yeah, gets bullied by ghost into donating to charity.
That's hilarious.
So this one's funny. All right. Office Christmas party goes horribly wrong. Only Bruce Willis cares.
Yeah, Die Hard.
Dang it. I couldn't remember what it was called. I was like,
I thought that one was hilarious.
That's
All right,
great.
boom. All right.
So I guess that settles the question if Die Hard
It's
is
a
in
Christmas
fact.
movie. So ChatGPT believes it.
I'm in the Christmas movie camp for sure.
All right, here we go. Green recluse gets peer pressured into
Grinch.
liking people. I heard Jamie first.
Gets peer pressured into
liking people. Yep. All right, here we go.
So we're tied now, right? That's 3 and 3.
3-3.
3-3? Okay.
All right. Skeleton has an identity crisis and ruins Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep.
I
Phoenix.
knew what
I've
it was.
never even seen it.
I couldn't recall it. I couldn't make my brain work that much.
All right. So here's the one I didn't get when I was reading this.
Okay.
I'm going to see if you guys get
Okay.
this. A bunch of British people prove that romance is just miscommunication.
Love Actually.
You got it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got it.
So we're back tied.
I never saw that as a Christmas movie.
I had never seen it before because it's pretty raunchy.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it.
And so my wife and I watched it on VidAngel because we'd heard so much about it. And at the end of the movie, we looked at each other. We were like, this is an awful movie. We hated it. We did not like Love Actually at all. And I was just surprised, even with some of the scenes and stuff cut out.
You had hate, actually.
It was really raunchy. Yeah, there you go. It was really raunchy.
Yeah.
It was very raunchy, actually.
All right, so
All
this
right,
is the
here we
tiebreaker then.
We're going to, we have 2 more.
Yeah.
So let's just see what happens.
I haven't been what's the score?
We're tied again. We're 4-4.
Yeah, it's 4-4. All right.
Okay.
So, and if there's a tie, I'll just think of a random one. So, all right. So, man commits accidental manslaughter and inherits a cursed job.
Santa Claus.
Boom. All right. Here we go. See if you could tie it
Or
up.
the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Sorry.
See if you could, I love that. Man commits accidental
Accidental
manslaughter and
manslaughter.
then inherits a cursed job. That's
Manslaughter
hilarious.
is accidental in and of itself.
Well,
I was actually
doctor.
I was actually just learning about that today.
take that up with GPT.
Were you wait? Were you just at the library using the public computer? Like
I watch a lot
searching?
of law videos.
Were you learning how to build a bomb?
And this morning I was learning about the different like tiers of someone dying and being charged for it. Basically,
Is what
Is
I-
there a
is-
reason for that, Phoenix?
there is.
Is what I just did manslaughter?
Neither of you guys are leaving the room today.
Oh,
Bringing the buttons back, baby.
Depends
All right,
on whether
here
I
we
win
go.
or
So
not.
either Jamie's going to take it home or we're going to tie it up. Misfit Deer wins acceptance.
Rudolph
Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That was a tie. That was close.
It was close.
Misfit Deer wins acceptance by being useful in bad weather.
We don't actually love you, Rudolph. You're just useful.
Well, if we
right.
both got that, that means that I won.
Oh, yeah, technically.
Yeah,
it
you
does.
did.
Boom, point up.
Yep.
So, thank you for playing Christmas Movies Explained Poorly.
Yeah, Mary. Miss Phoenix.
You like how I did that? So we're moving into a segment called Pester the Pastor.
Pester me, Eric.
Jamie, you've heard his name.
It's your last time to pester me before Christmas.
Say his name.
Some call him Santa Claus.
Say his name.
Some call him Saint Nick. Some people call him the Jolly Red Guy.
I've never heard that before.
Never heard that. Me neither. I just made that up.
Krampus.
Some have even witnessed him kissing their mother.
Did you just assume Santa's pronouns?
Santa Claus has many different names, and if you're in the holiday seasons, you're around Christmas time, you can't help but see this old man on every poster and billboard, on every Coca-Cola bottle, but not at Starbucks because they don't love the Lord. But it's Santa Claus, and a lot of people, especially secular people, people that are not believers, they associate Christmas with Santa Claus. They don't associate Christmas with the birth of Jesus, or as we talked about on the last episode, the incarnation of God in the world. So he's kind of the poster boy for Christmas.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coca-Cola. But we do know that he is kind of roughly based off of a historical figure.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask you, Jamie, who is the historical Saint Nick? I feel like this is the intro to like a History Channel
I was about to say,
like
yeah.
right after Ancient Aliens, this comes on.
You're going to be disappointed because, I don't have a full documentary's worth of information on Saint Nick.
In 1637.
Other than my father, who is Saint Nicholas?
Now, by the way, in our family, we call Santa Panda. Just because one
Santa
time
Panda?
when my daughter was really young, we saw someone dressed up as Santa Claus, and she goes, "Look, it's Panda," and so that's what we always.
He
call
looks
him.
like a panda.
Yeah, he does. So
Every time I see him, I say, "Get your hands off my mother."
Wait, so if Dad is Santa, then that explains why I never believed in Santa.
Oh,
Someone played the world's
No one ever came down our chimney. This makes total sense now.
Trauma alert.
So
who is the real saint?
Saint Nicholas is a real saint, 4th century. He was from a city in Turkey called Myra, and he was known for a few things. Now, it's kind of sketchy, right, the details, so we've got a lot of legends, and the church has kind of kept... Those legends have kind of grown over time, but
As they do.
But one of the things that supposedly happened is that he lost his parents, and he had a pretty sizable inheritance.
So he didn't have a Santa Claus either.
So he was one of those disconnected rich kids that like to pour paint on oil company fences.
Sure. Yeah, with reindeer accompanying him, and so. He was known to give his inheritance, use that money to give to children who were poor. And there's one particular story about, I believe it's 3 sisters, where he helped them. He gave them gold and stuff to get them out of their really bad situation. And he was known, eventually he got married, and he was known, his family, they gave gifts, they were known. And so he's like, in the Catholic Church, he's the patron saint of giving gifts. So, you've got that. Now, there's also another legend, which is pretty hilarious. Supposedly,
I believe
he got into a fight with Arius, who was a
lot of people did.
A theologian that did not believe in the godhood of Jesus.
The deity.
Yeah, they believed that Jesus was just the son. He just believed that Jesus was the son of God.
He was a special man.
Right, but not God himself, not light from light. And so evidently Saint Nick, as the legend goes, cold cocked him.
Yeah.
Hit him upside the head.
Punched him in the
face. Yeah.
In the mouth.
Yeah.
it's exactly what you're supposed to do to people who don't believe in Jesus.
So to celebrate Christmas, guys, just go find an unbeliever and punch him in the face.
Find a heretic and punch him in the mouth. You heard it first on Not the Sermon, guys.
And video yourself.
Yeah. It's a really...
Saint Nick says hi.
No, please don't do that. That was a joke. I hope everybody knows that. But it is kind of funny, though, that, the picture of Santa Claus that we have, like the jolly old man with the beard and the red thing, was actually more of the image that that I've read that Coca-Cola and a lot of the industries in the 1920s and 30s sort of gave to Santa Claus.
Yes.
Although there were people sort of following a tradition of gift givings. It wasn't until it was kind of brought into the consumerism that we really kind of got the guy that we have now.
Right. Well, okay. So the whole idea of the guy that went around and gave gifts around Christmas, that's definitely before the 19th century, right? It comes from like Western Europe, so like Holland, Germany. They had a lot of these different.
I'm from Holland. Isn't that weird?
They had a lot of different ways of talking about this person. He like morphed into what we know as Kris Kringle and Santa Claus and all
Kris
these things.
Kringle.
And Saint Nick kind of came from like the early church tradition. So what we have now is an amalgamation of a bunch of different cultures and traditions and stuff like that. And so. So yeah, you're right. The guy wearing the red fuzzy suit, which that's really kind of weird.
Yeah.
Living at the North Pole, has reindeers and elves and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's a fairly recent thing, and really due to marketing and advertising.
Yeah.
In America, but you do see like they were celebrating Christmas like in the 1600s. The Puritans like were saying stuff like, "Hey, you don't celebrate Christmas; you solemnly remember."
Yeah.
The incarnation, right? Like they
seems
were
like a party.
Right. And then it was actually I think in Britain at one point they tried to pass a law.
They were like, "Oi, you gotta say Merry Christmas, right?"
Isn't it?
We're gonna have like UK hate mail coming. I love you, UK people.
Yeah. No, write them an email.
Make
that
fun
was terrible.
Of me. Make fun of me. Oi.
So that kind of came later on, but we do like it. Kind of Christmas has always lended itself towards debauchery, and so you've got governments and people like that who are always trying to say, "Hey, look, calm down with the figgy pudding."
You're like George W. Bush when you just say, "Hey, I'm just gonna need y'all to calm down with that figgy pudding." All right.
So anyway, but yeah, so a lot of the Santa Claus that we have now is from various backgrounds all put into one. But Saint Nick was a real dude.
Yeah, so you have like the historical Saint Nick, and then you have like stuff from Holland and Finland, and then you have like Germany, then you have the British version of it, the American,
and then the Americans turned it into
like
money making scheme.
Yeah.
So look, I was there at the council meeting where Saint Nick punched Arius, and I just want to tell you, it was the dopest thing I've ever seen. I mean, here he is making fun of Christ our Lord, saying he's just a special dude, but not actually God. And then Saint Nick goes up and just slaps the wooden teeth out of his mouth. It was incredible.
Was that your guardian angel?
That was my guardian angel. We've since made
y'all
amends.
made up?
We've made amends.
Okay, good.
And we're good now.
Good.
On the right track. We've been going to couples counseling.
Nice. So there you have it, man. I hope did I answer your question? That's who Saint Nick
I feel a lot better. I feel like I have more questions than answers, but I'm still going to drink Coke and say ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Okay, time for a little fun. How great is our pod? Whoa.
Give us a note. Please give us a note on the guitar.
Okay,
so we can anchor to something.
How great is our pod? Sing with me, how great
I can't do middle.
is our pod.
Oh, we'll see how great
is our pod.
We normally nail that, and that was the absolute worst.
No, that was pretty bad. I'm embarrassed.
Oh my gosh. Well, I hope the whole thing is not like that.
I sing great when it's not with y'all. Just saying.
I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Hey, listener, we love to do something called How Great Is Our Pod, and this is when we write our own music. We write our own songs, usually a parody of worship, usually a parody of something. And last year, we had our first hit single. We did some Calvinist Christmas carols.
Oh boy, did we!
And
it was preordained.
Yeah, the Lord willed it, and it was one of them was "Joy to the few, God
the Lord
save just you." The
Yeah.
Lord just you. What? God saved just
The
you.
Lord chose just you. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Mine
Good
was
try.
Sovereign Night. Yeah.
Sovereign Night. You started naming like John Calvin and stuff.
Yeah, dude, I threw in a couple theologians.
So we thought about roasting Calvinists again, but we've already done that.
Yeah, that's been done.
It's been done.
Roasting Calvinists has been done.
So let's roast
They're
ourselves.
overcooked.
Yeah, we're gonna roast ourselves here.
We are now we are not, I wouldn't say we're a true Pentecostal church.
Speak for yourself, Brother Jamie.
Okay. But we are definitely charismatic. We definitely believe in the move of the Holy Spirit.
I do.
But we figured it'd be fun to roast ourselves and roast those of us in our spirit-filled vein of Christianity.
And listen, Pentecostal people, you're gonna be offended.
Yeah, no, this is gonna get bad.
This is gonna sting. Jamie sung it for some of our friends, and they were offended by
They
it.
really were.
I read it,
But that's when you know it's good.
and I
Yep.
laughed because I'm like, yeah, that's true. So we're some fellow Pentecostals making fun of you guys,
Making fun of ourselves.
And guess what? If you're Baptist, you can't laugh at this. It's not your turn yet, but you can agree.
You know what? Maybe next year Baptist Christmas carols.
Oh, that'll be fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
All right, so we got 2 songs coming up. I'll do the first one. Eric's doing the second one.
Yes.
This is, I was thinking, okay, so if we're doing Pentecostal, what is the best song to pair, Christmas carol to pair with this? And I started thinking about fa la 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 la, you know, like speaking in tongues or something.
Yeah.
And so this is Run the Halls.
Yeah.
Speak in tongues and run around. Fa la 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 la. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if y'all are gonna do the fa la 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 la's, I'm gonna need you just to tone it down a little bit. That was a little much.
We're Pentecostals. We were feeling it.
I can't help it.
All right, here we go. Speak in tongues and run around. Fa la 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 la. Prophesy and then fall down. Fa la 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 la. Tell the people it's the Spirit. Fa la 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 la. Sing real loud so all can hear it. Fa la 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 la. Oh, that's pretty good. I think I like the crazy fa la la's. All right, here we go. Bind the demons, loose the angels. Fa la 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 la. When people fall, cover their ankles. Fa la 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 la. If you aren't healed when I pray, fa la 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 la. Blame it on a lack of faith. Fa la 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 la. All right, last one. Give a word cause God told you to. Fa la 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 la. Fire tunnels cure what ails you. Fa la 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 la. Don't you question that's a sin. Fa la 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 la. I learned it all from Benny Hinn. Fa la 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 la.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like Benny Hinn,
We love you.
So be it.
Yeah.
So be it.
If you like Benny Hinn, we love you. I know someone that got healed
Yeah, out of Benny Hinn.
at a Benny Hinn thing.
Yeah, healed from good theology.
Healed of the money.
Healed of their money.
All right, so this next one, I stayed up all night long writing this. I was burning the candlelight. I was in prayer, and then nothing happened. So Jamie wrote this one. That I was about to sing. And so I called it in on this one. But this one is called "Hark the Pentecostal Sing."
What's the rhythm on this one? What do you want the tempo?
Da, 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 da.
Okay, but
Na, 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 na,
okay, we're good. All right, got you.
Hark the Pentecostals sing, blessing comes from sowing seed, healing hands and holy cries, glory falls down from the skies, shouting makes the Spirit flow, when it ends nobody knows, signs and wonders gifts abound, dancing wildly round and round.
Won't he do it?
Hark the Pentecostals sing, miracles are everything.
Nice.
Prophets rise to give a word. God said this, or so they heard. Gold dust falling from the air, manifestations everywhere. Catch the fire, feel the flame.
Shabba.
Name it, claim it. Where's my plane? Holy laughter, tears of joy, falling on each girl and boy. Hark the Pentecostals sing, speak in tongues and let them ring.
Okay.
I like that one. That was a good one, Jamie.
Okay. Thank you.
My favorite part was "Where's my plane?"
Yeah, that was my favorite line
Where's
too.
my plane?
Name it, claim it. Where's my plane?
The Bible said what?
Bible says what?
The Bible said what?
Bible said what?
The Bible says what?
What?
What did the Bible say?
What?
Anyways,
What?
what did it say?
What? When? Where?
Cool.
So we're moving into a segment called "The Bible Says What," and
Wait, the Bible says what?
it says what?
Okay.
Actually, I'll have to count how many times it actually says that word. But you've probably had this experience, Sermonot, when you're reading through the Bible, and it says something really odd, really out of the way, really shocking, followed by something very inspiring. And so, but what do you do when you come to a verse that you don't understand? And that's what we do.
Cut
here.
it out of the Bible.
You Thomas Jefferson that mug. You cut it out, and you never think about it again.
Do they know what you mean by that?
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson did not believe in the supernatural, like miraculous power of God, and so he actually had a copy of the Bible where he edited
Cut
it
it all
and
out.
cut out
Swiss cheese that
any
baby.
miraculous stuff, and that's how our country was founded. Anyways. So what do you do? And so we're going to discuss, and because it's Christmas, we thought we would take a stab at the nativity scene, not
so
literally,
violent.
but
Stop stabbing
but
the nativity.
figuratively. And so, Jamie, you brought up something really intriguing before we started this recording about the nativity. So go ahead, and what did you find?
Yes. So here is my Bible says what. So interestingly, Eric and I both chose something in the same chapter.
Yes.
Of the Bible.
It's God's will.
God's word. It's God's will about God's word. So I always like sharing with people. A lot of people don't realize this. The story of the wise men, also known as the Magi, is when you look at a nativity, you normally see everyone there, right? There's the shepherds there, there's Mary and Joseph and Jesus, there's donkeys, camels, whatever. And then there's the wise men on the other side, opposite of the shepherds. That's literally impossible because the shepherds were first.
No, Jamie, the Amazon Advent calendar that I brought home this year has them all together.
Clearly.
So Matthew chapter 2 is when the visit from the wise men come. Now, just so you know, again, Magi, who are these dudes? All right, so these are professional astrologers from the east. We're not exactly sure how far east, but they're east of like Jerusalem and Bethlehem and where all this is taking place.
I wonder if they were Scorpios because they did such a Scorpio thing.
That's so Virgo of them.
Yeah.
Do you know your astrological sign?
Pisces. I'm a Pisces.
I'm a Leo.
I'm a fish.
I'm a lion.
Yeah. The cool thing about that is you could literally say anything and be like, "Hey, are you this?"
Right.
Like, I am. And then make some general statement.
Do you like receiving presents? That's so Pisces.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they mean, though.
Do you like breathing? That's so Libra of you.
So Sagittarius. So they interpreted astrological signs, and they saw what they had interpreted as a king's star, and they began to follow it, and they followed it all the way to Bethlehem, and that's, to me, I don't know if you guys realize this, that's pretty shocking. Because here's the Jewish Messiah, right? The Messiah that that Israel had been praying for a really, really, really long time. Here he is, and God not only announces it to shepherds, like the lowly, like the regular blue-collar workers, but then he announces it to these pagans. I mean, these are not Jewish people. They would be ousted, and they would be thought, they wouldn't be thought well of.
They would be shopping at that Earthbound store in the mall. It smells like incense.
I forgot about that place. And so they come and they offer their gifts, right? We don't know how many wise men they are. We know there are 3 gifts, and that's why they're usually represented by 3 people. But we don't know how many there were. But and it's interesting. This is so smart of the Lord to involve these guys, because they get to verify the birth of the Messiah through an objective observer that's outside of Israel. It'd be easy for Israel to make something up.
Yeah.
Here, these guys are from outside of Israel saying, no, there was a baby born and we followed its star. So that's cool. But here's my point. If you read Matthew chapter 2, the wise men are not at the birth of Jesus. As a matter of fact, it's probably at least 1 year, probably closer to 2 years from when Jesus has been born, when the wise men show up. And so, listener, I just want you to take your nativity scene at home. I want you to pick up those wise men that are there, and I just want you to throw them in the garbage, because that is not true.
I got a gender neutral Advent calendar, and they're referred to as wise days.
Okay, you wise guy.
Wise they. No, that is very
Why does they look
interesting
like that?
that God would speak to these men who have nothing to do with him. And I think it speaks to, gotta tread carefully, the universality of the truth of God.
Universalist.
Not necessarily in that sense, but anything that is good, anything that's truthful finds its home in the Lord. And so
Where's Saint
that
Nick?
doesn't
This guy
mean
needs to be punched.
that we all need to go and be astrologers and pick out our Scorpio sign. But God spoke to these very unconventional. Everything about the birth of Jesus is unconventional.
You know what it says to me? God speaks the language that each person speaks.
Yeah.
He used their language of astrology. Does that mean that astrology is of God? No, but it means God speaks it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he'll speak that language, whatever language you speak, he will speak that to search you out and to pursue you.
And you see this when you're talking to people from different walks of life. Like, I love talking to people that, had unconventional upbringings. Maybe they had it tougher than others.
Phoenix.
It's really interesting. Like, you talk to people that had this really raw experience with life, and the way that God spoke to them and brought them to faith is so unique.
Yeah.
It's so unique to their perspective. We have a Celebrate Recovery program here, and you have people that have faced addiction and trauma and abuse, and hearing their stories and seeing how God even broke through that darkness.
Yeah.
I was talking to a guy who was saved because some dude got high and picked up a Bible and started preaching to everybody in the crack house just because he was high.
Yeah.
And the guy was
awesome.
listening to this other crackhead preach and got saved and got delivered. And so, God uses unconventional means to speak to people.
Let me just say, listener, we do not condone taking drugs so that you can have an encounter with the Lord.
Yeah.
But if you do, read the Bible.
Yeah.
But no, you're right, Eric. It does show God will travel whatever road necessary to find us and to introduce himself to us.
That's so good. So my Bible says what?
Bible says what?
Bible says what? Comes right alongside that. I was reading the nativity story to my daughter because we're going through the Advent calendar, and so we're talking about the different aspects of it. And the thing that, like, the first thing, because this is the first year that my daughter has, like, kind of cohesively understood the nativity story and the birth of Jesus
and the dances that go along with it.
Yeah, she did do a dance. It was
listener
so gorgeous.
We had our children at the church here. They led us in worship, Christmas themed worship, one Sunday morning recently, and Golly, it was the cutest thing ever.
Yeah, it was. Those kids were locked in too.
They were locked in, and let me just say too, it was not just. And I'm gonna make fun of me. It wasn't just cute; it was also anointed. Like I could feel.
Just kidding. It was. No, it was anointed.
I could feel the presence of the Lord.
Yeah.
Just as they were worshiping and dancing and singing and doing all that.
It's amazing. And parents out there, we've talked about parenting, to be able to share the gospel with your kids is one of the most beautiful things.
Yeah.
Not just the gospel, but to like talk to your kids about faith. And so that's what we've been doing. And so we're reading the birth of Jesus story, reading it out of Matthew. And Aubrey, my daughter, is super intuitive. If she doesn't understand something, she's going to ask questions about it and keep asking until she understands. And so we don't get like halfway through the story, and we get to this part in Matthew chapter 2, it's verse 16. It says, "Then Herod, when he saw that he had been tricked by the wise men, these astrologers, told him that he was a Virgo, but he was actually a Sagittarius. And he knew it. But no, he became furious, and he sent and killed all the male children in Bethlehem and in all that region who were under 2 years old, according to the time that he had ascertained from the wise man, which then fulfilled what was spoken of the prophet Jeremiah. A voice was heard in Ramah, weeping and loud lamentation, Rachel weeping for her children." And so essentially what happens is...
So how do you handle that with a young child?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to read as fast as I can to get through this. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to kill all the people.
And so they killed all the babies.
And then she goes, "Wait." And I'm like, no, we're almost to the part that you like with the Jesus and born in a manger. She goes, no, he killed them?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yeah, he killed them. Why did he kill them? I'm like, yeah, he was just a really mean guy. But why though? And so it's just this, you have this beautiful scene where you have Mary who is, going into labor on the camel on the way to the inn, and it's full, and she's birthing Jesus, and the Son of God is born in this place, and it's all beautiful. But right before that, you have Herod ordering the death.
Or after that.
After that, you have Herod ordering the death of every young boy under the age of 2.
Yeah, in Bethlehem.
And so that's a troubling. And so what do you do with that? And so, well, first off, you have to understand who Herod was and what he was trying to prevent. So Herod understood that this child who was to be born was going to be considered a king. Well, and with that, and he didn't understand the type of king that Jesus was going to be. But he understood that whoever this Messiah that was to be born was going to be subversive and was going to potentially steal power from Herod. And so he wanted him dead. Herod wanted to maintain his power and control over that region, and it was in his best interest to maintain control, because the last thing that the Roman emperor needed to hear was that there was trouble in Jerusalem. And so, these guys, these governors, he's a Roman governor who's selected to kind of steward over this area. He's replaceable, though, as far as Caesar is concerned.
They would replace them very quickly.
Very quickly.
I mean, they just kill him.
This guy had a sweet gig. He was a governor. He probably came from an affluent family. He had everything he ever wanted. His only job was to make sure that these people paid taxes. Yeah. And he could have the big temple rooms, and he could have all the worship he wanted and all the money, but just, I don't want to hear a peep out of Jerusalem. That's his job. And so when he hears that there's potential that a Messiah is going to be born, he's predicting an uprising, which is funny. He predicts the same thing that the Jewish people thought Jesus was going to be too, like this violent political uprising, but it wasn't. It was
because he saw in Jesus himself.
Exactly.
Because Herod actually killed one of his sons and his wife.
Yeah,
because
he was messed up.
Because he thought that they were going to try to take his power. He was crazy.
Yeah.
He was a maniacal genius. Like he was really, really smart. Like the buildings that he built, the things that he did. He was really intelligent. Yeah, but he was incredibly evil.
Well, that's funny you say that, because I was looking over a map of Jerusalem and just and I know they weren't solely responsible for building the city, but at the time they had a fairly long-standing presence there. The city was very well built, very well organized, and even things like having like sewage and water running through the city, like those are like they would be modern marvels to that day. So in essence, he's trying to protect this. So what do you do if you've already killed your closest family members and you hear potential of someone else coming to usurp your authority? Yeah. Well, you kill him. Well, which one is it? Well, I don't know. So let's just kill all of them. Yeah. So when it comes to explaining that to my daughter, I told her the truth. Yeah. I mean, the truth was this man was...
Has she slept since then, or...?
No. She's been sleeping in our bed at night. No, I'm just kidding. No. What?
Daddy, I heal Howard.
Once she gets an answer to something, she's satisfied. Yeah. Funny thing, the other day, we have an older dog, and I always tell her, like, Aubrey, don't climb around him. He's grumpy. You know, he's just an old grumpy dog. And she goes, is he grumpy because he's going to die soon? I'm like, well, he wouldn't like to hear that, but potentially yes.
But probably.
So she's really, if you give her a straight up answer, she's usually pretty good. So that's what we did.
Yeah. Well, guys, that is our Bible Says What based on Christmas. Look, God actually announces the birth of the Jewish Messiah to non-Jewish pagan astrologers.
Yeah.
And he uses the language that they speak. And yes, Herod was so corrupt and evil with power. He killed a bunch of little boys.
And so what you do with your nativity scenes is you just include the wise men every other Christmas to make it more biblically accurate.
I told him to throw them in the trash, but I think what you said is even better.
Every other year. And then after you've had the nativity scene for a while, draw some acne on baby Jesus. He's growing up. He's growing up. Merry Christmas, Jamie.
Merry Christmas, you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, I feel something. It's coming from within.
Oh, no.
What is it? Oh. Okay. Here we go. Are you tired of a fat, entitled jolly grandpa committing home invasions and making you look like a Scrooge? Are you sick of shingle repair and reindeer poop littering your driveway? Introducing the Santa Eliminator 9000, a full-blown Santa security system. The features will blow your mind and your budget. A 4-way laser security system that doubles as a light show to impress the neighbors. And if you act now, you will receive the choir bot for only $39.99. That's right, only $39.99.
That's
Just
nice.
pay additional shipping and handling.
Santa Eliminator.
The Santa Eliminator.
That's
so it's a
clever.
security system to keep the freeloader out of your kitchen.
And to keep gifts away from any kids that might be there.
For the love of God, to keep his hands off your mother. I mean,
And leave my milk and cookies alone, bro.
right? Kissing my mom, stealing my milk and cookies, committing multiple felonies.
Yeah, going down my chimney.
And then giving random kids lumps of coal. Who is this guy? Who does he think he is?
Loser.
Did you ever get coal when you were a
Oh,
kid?
yeah, I got so much coal. I'm the reason there are coal regulations in this country from the amount of coal that I got.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Well, not the Sermonites. What are they called? Sermonites. We want to thank you guys for listening. We hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Please don't be offended at us.
Or do.
Yeah, we don't care. Whatever.
Merry Christmas.
Roast us and send it to us.
Yeah, if you disagree, you roast us, but you've got to do it in an art form. It needs to be a poem. It needs to be a song. We've had raps on here.
Yeah.
We had that incredible song last week that someone did. Roast us.
Yeah.
It's just got to be clever, and it's got to be artistic.
So thank you for listening to
Not the Sermon.
Thanks for listening. This podcast is a production of Victory Fellowship Church in Thomasville, Georgia. Eric and Jamie can be reached at emailing notthesermon@gmail.com.
Father to the fatherless, defender of the little kids, gracious and compassionate.